Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I am barefaced today, so I don't have any makeup on, and this is because today I'm going to recreate Olivia Rodrigo's makeup that she did with Vogue. If you haven't seen the video, I'm gonna link everything down in the info box below so you can check it out, but basically she did a whole skincare, hair and makeup with Vogue. I'm just gonna recreate the face makeup today. And I'm really interested to see how it's gonna look on me because she definitely is a different type. She's much more olive toned and she has dark brown hair, brown eyes, so definitely a completely different type to me. But I'm still really curious to see how the makeup look looks on me. So I would say without further ado, let's get started. Okay, let's see what she does first.
So I'm gonna get started with makeup now. This is the BB cream that I always use, but I always put it on with my fingers. I used to do it with beauty blenders and stuff like that, but I never washed them and actually took care of them, so they would just harbor bacteria and my skin would freak out. So I just use my fingers most of the time.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a foundation that's pretty much like a BB cream, so it's like an in-between BB cream and foundation that is pretty much the same color as hers, maybe a bit lighter to match me as well, but she applies it everywhere, and as she says, she's not using a beauty blender, just her fingers, which I absolutely get. I never wash my beauty blender, or I'm just too lazy to go to the bathroom and even make it wet. I don't know why, just like it's a few steps over just to the other room there, but nope, I'm not getting up to get my beauty blender wet. I'd rather apply it with my finger. That's how lazy I am.
Cool, okay, the next thing I'm going to use is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. This is in the shade G10. I'm obsessed with this stuff. Goes on like butter.
Okay, I don't have the stretch concealer, but I have a very similar one right here, and I'm just gonna apply it the same way she does.
It's just super subtle. That's like sort of what Glossier does best. So the next thing I'm gonna do is bronzer.
Wait. Okay, so she applies it literally just under her eyes, which, well, I'm not blessed with such nice skin as she is today. My skin just had a little spot party and broke out. No, it's actually more leftover spots, but I definitely need to cover them up as well, so I'm just going to use the same concealer. But she has really beautiful skin, and I love that she's actually not using that much makeup to cover everything up, because she definitely has some imperfections, but she doesn't really cover them up, so I'm literally just going to use it on like my two main spots here. She doesn't do anything more than that either, so I let these like leftover marks from my old spots peek through.
Using bronzer to kind of make you look tan and sun-kissed. I've always had this little birthmark. People are always like, oh my god, I wrote that little thing, and I'm like, no, leave it. I just really like it.
Okay, she doesn't really show what kind of bronzer she's using. It looks like a very subtle warm tone bronzer, and she has like a rather small brush, so I'm going to use like a small brush as well, and I'm gonna go in with the Hoola bronzer, but just like I'm just going to go into the Hoola bronzer just a tiny bit, because the Hoola bronzer is a nice bronzer where you can layer it up a lot, but you can also have it very subtle, so I think that one works quite well. I'm just gonna do like one light wash. Oh well, oops. Okay. Oh, I wish it was as tan as she was here. She has such a beautiful skin color.
Blush next. I'm just gonna do like a little. I used to never wear blush when I was younger. I was like, blush? Why would I want to make my face red? I'm like trying to take the redness out of my face. And now it's my favorite thing, and I wear so much blush. Like sometimes I like need to tone it down. I just think it makes me look like so awake and happy or something.
Okay, I absolutely get that. When I was younger, I never wore blush, and now I actually really love it. But again, she didn't really show the color of her blush, but it looked like a bit of a muted pink tone, mauvey tone, by what I could spot when she like slowly held into the camera. So I'm gonna use a Benefit blush as well, which is Rocoteur, which is this one here, and I think it's somewhat the same color. I'm gonna use the same brush again. and she applies it like kind of like on the higher part of her cheek. I feel like I applied a little bit too much here. Oh no.
The next thing I do is highlighter. Just do like a little on the apples of my cheeks. And sometimes I'll even just going highlighter crazy today. Sometimes I'll like put it like in the corner of my eye. I don't know if you can tell, it's like very subtle, but I know it's there. Next,
okay, so she uses the same brush again that she used for the blush and puts on the highlighter, which is a huge brush. I normally use a much denser one, but I just squeeze it a little bit so you can use it for highlight as well. And she uses a quite subtle blush, quite subtle highlighter, I mean. And I'm going to use one from Essence, which is one of my favorites, but it's quite subtle. And she went in a tiny bit into the inner corner as well. Just tapped it in a bit. I think that's good.
We're going to fill in my brows. Oh my gosh, when I was younger, when I was like 14 or so, I was obsessed with doing makeup, and I would do the craziest makeup. I would do like contour where it was just lines, 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 winged eyeliner that went like crazy in this direction, had like thick brows and like overlined lips. So bad. I'm so glad that my mom like didn't let me go out anywhere looking like that.
I definitely know what she's talking about. Oh my god, when I was younger, especially like 16 to like 20, oh my god, I was so into makeup. I put on like contour, like liquid contour, then another powder contour, some bronzer. I put everything on and it looked hideous. And I see old photos of mine, especially when I was going out with friends. I always went over the top with makeup. I think we're very similar in a way that like now we wear like the toned down subtle makeup just to enhance the features, where in the past, oh my god, when you start out with makeup you just go overboard a lot.
Glossier Boy Brow, which is, you know, this iconic Glossier product in my opinion. I love this stuff. When I was younger, I used to like take a spoolie and spray hairspray on it and then like do my brows that way. The thing about Boy Brow that's so great is it does that job, and it also doesn't flake and get all like white and crusty.
Okay, she talks a lot about Glossier. If you haven't seen yet, she's sponsored by Glossier. That's why she's using all the Glossier product and is like loving them so much. I honestly have never tried anything from Glossier. I assume it's a pretty good natural brand, but yeah, just to keep that in mind that she's sponsored.
Use the Glossier Pro Tip liquid eyeliner. I love doing liquid eyeliner. It's my favorite. I love elongating my eyes. I'm very nervous because sometimes it really works and sometimes it really doesn't. So if I have a bad eyeliner day today, just bear with me. I'll take it off and do it again. I usually start by doing the wing first and then everything else that comes after.
Okay, so she uses an eyeliner, just does the wing first, and then she fills out the rest afterwards. So bear with me, that's gonna be a bit complicated to film. She goes about this far out, and I already feel like I messed it up and made it way too thick. Oh my god, I can't film and do eyeliner at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna look down here. Bear with me. I have to say, that looks hideous. I really messed this one up. Oh no, it's like the first one I just looked into the viewfinder and didn't really check what I was doing, and now the tail is really thick, but I don't want to make it any longer, and hers is so nice and thin. I'm gonna try with a Q-tip somewhere. Okay, try and fix it with a Q-tip. Okay, I think that's the best I can do. We have to live with that. Let's see what mascara she uses.
So next I'm going to curl my lashes, which is a very essential step. Like, I love curling my lashes. I always have to curl my lashes by myself anytime I'm like sitting in the makeup chair and other people want to curl my lashes. I get freaked out. It's such a weird contraption. One of the last things, I'm gonna apply some mascara.
Okay, it looks like she applies quite a thin layer of mascara here. So I'm just gonna do one coat. Did you apply some on the bottom lashes? I think so, tiny bit. Okay, that is the mascara applied. So far I really like the look. It looks like enhances every feature of your face without going overboard. So let's see what she does next.
This Glossier Ultra Lip. The shade is Ember. I love this shade. It's like a little mauve-y thing.
Okay, so she applies a glossy, it's kind of like a chapstick with some colour in it. I don't have the exact colour, I don't even have the glossier one, but I have a Revlon, I think they're called Lip Butter, Lip Burst Lip Butters, and I have one in a very similar colour. The only difference is that these are much more pigmented, as you can see, so I'm just gonna dab it on a little bit. And I'm gonna blend it in. I actually have Candy Apple from these lip butters as well, which is basically the same product, just in red. I'm gonna go over top a bit and see if I can recreate her colour. I think that's pretty good. I'm happy with that.
Okay, cool. So my makeup is pretty much done.
Oh.
The next thing that I do is like my hair. My hair's like a little curly right now.
Okay, that was it. She's moving on to her hair. Okay, that is the makeup done, completed. Sorry, I thought there was another step coming. So yeah, that is it. What do you think? It's very natural, I have to say. It's the perfect, like, everyday makeup, and I believe when you don't follow a video, you'll probably be done with that whole makeup in like 5 to 10 minutes, which is brilliant for an everyday makeup. I actually really like it. I like that she leaves her skin so minimal in a way that she's not covering up every little spot on her face and still looks natural and her skin can breathe. And yeah, I think overall it's a really lovely look. It's nothing absolutely crazy and out there. It's just a simple dewy look. I hope you enjoyed me recreating Olivia Rodrigo's makeup look. I definitely want to try out some of the Glossier products after I watched her using every single one, and they do look really good on her skin, so I'm very tempted to try them out. Let me know if you have any experience with the product and if you think that I should try them out and which one is the best. And otherwise, if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please do so to help me grow, and it would just really support me and help me to continue filming videos for you. And otherwise, I'll see you in my next one. Bye!